Yo, what's happening, y'all? Count Jinsula here. I am back at Schaumburg Town Square because it is day 2 of Pokemon GO Fest Global. Now, yesterday I of course was here for Pokemon GO Fest Global Day 1, and I will say that event was incredibly successful because I was able to get pretty much all of my wish list items for GO Fest done. And there's only one thing remaining. I need to get 1,000 energy for Crowned Shield, or I should say Crown Sword Zacian, because I used my bottle cap on a Pokemon yesterday, which I now need to get to its crown form. So yeah, that is basically all I have to do today. I might get lucky and get myself a 100% IV of Zacian. It would be my second one. In that case, I will need 1,000 more energy because I will need to get that as a crown form as well. So pretty excited for today. It's going to be a lot more chilled compared to yesterday. Nothing too crazy that I need to get taken care of. It's just going to be all about raiding. So yeah, wish me luck. Let's see what we can end up getting. Alright, so I'm pretty much at the exact same location as I was yesterday, and it looks like the raids have already started going. I'm actually, once again, really late to Pokemon GO Fest, but I did do a couple of raids earlier this morning. I do think that yesterday, in terms of the IVs, I was pretty unlucky. I did not get myself a good IV Zamazenta, but I did get myself a shiny with the special background, so overall I felt like that was a huge win. Really good because of bottle caps. Basically, it means that no matter what Pokemon you get, it can potentially become a hundo, and I love that. I absolutely love that. I already have myself a Zacian that I've already used the bottle cap on, and that is of course the shiny Zacian that I got from Pokemon GO Fest in Jersey City that has the location card. So there's really not anything that I need today aside from the crowned energy to get that thing to the crown form. Yeah, that's pretty much it. But who knows, maybe I'll pick up a 100% IV. I will definitely cry if I get a super high IV shiny of Zacian with a special background, because I feel like at that point I could have used my bottle cap on the Zamazenta that I got yesterday. That's besides the point. You know, if there's anything I'm going to spend money on in this game, it's going to be bottle caps for sure. That is probably the only thing that is worth my money. I've been pretty much pseudo free to play for about 3 years now. But I'm definitely willing to pay for any Go Pass that has a bottle cap in it. It is by far the best thing you could purchase in this game. And I of course already completed the Go Pass for yesterday. It was pretty easy to complete, I will say, and that is a good thing. But now it's about, I guess, just collecting Stardust. You know, there is a lot of those extra steps with the Go Pass. And this is surprisingly going down really slow. Oh, there's only 8 people in this lobby. Huh. It's funny because I feel like there's way more people than there was yesterday here at Schaumburg Town Square. This is obviously one of the best places to play Pokemon Go here in the Chicago suburbs. I already mentioned it in yesterday's video. But this time around, it seems like there's definitely more people. I would say it's about double the amount of people we had yesterday. And yesterday we had a full house. It was enough to fill up every single lobby to 20 people. And yeah, I do suspect that today it's going to be even better. But yeah, let's see what this one ends up being. Wow, it's eating through all of my Pokemon. I probably should have set my team a lot better. I'm basically using the exact same team that I used for Zamazenta, mainly because the counters for Zacian are pretty similar. I could probably switch out some of these Pokemon to make it a lot more efficient, but considering that I'm expecting a whole bunch of full raid lobbies today, it really does not matter. I do predict that for most of these raids, I'm only going to end up needing the Primal Groudon, which is in my first slot. Alright, so this one is done. That should be a good amount of energy. And let's see what we end up getting. Alright, 16 balls. Not a shiny. 2180. That is a 98%, I believe. 98% or a hundo. Is it 2183 or 2180 that is the hundo? I cannot remember. I think it's 2183. But let's see what this one is. 98% would be crazy, especially if it has the background. Oh, it has the background. Okay. 98%. With the background though. Wow, can you imagine if this was a shiny? Can you imagine if this was a shiny? I would have flipped out. Oh no. Now I'm getting worried. Let me see if I can pull up the Zacian, which I'm going to
Excuse me?
try to get. Hey, what's up?
Jinsula?
Yes, I am.
Nice to meet you. I'm a big fan of your content.
Oh, right on, man.
We were just watching your videos on the way over here. Man.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you're an inspiration, man. We
Oh,
love it.
I appreciate it.
Local guy.
Right on, man.
Thank you, man. Have a
Good luck
one.
today.
Get some shinies.
Yeah. Look at that, some fans, local fans. So this is the Zacian that I'm going to be getting to its crown form. You can see right here, I'm at 620 energy. So we need to do about 3 to 4 raids. I will say about 4 raids, just to be safe. But I plan to do as many of these as I can because, like I said, if I end up getting a high IV shiny, maybe even that 98% that I just got earlier, I will be looking to get as many of these crown forms as I can. And yeah, even if I were to get myself a high IV shiny, yes, it would feel very bad that I used it on my Zacian yesterday rather than the Zamazenta that I got yesterday. But it'll be fine. At this point, I'm okay having 2 really high IV shiny Zacians. And of course, once I'm done with the hyper training on the one that I already have it on, it'll be a Shundo. So a Shundo and a high IV shiny. How can you complain about that? Yes, I could have used it on the Zamazenta yesterday. I totally get it. And I did think about it a lot, but I'm okay having multiple high IV shinies. That's the beauty of bottle caps. And you know what? We're probably going to get more bottle caps really soon. I hope really soon. I would like to get a second one so I could start working on that Zamazenta as well. But let's see how things turn out. My IV luck has been phenomenal on day 2. Getting that 98% was crazy. I'm really curious to see what I might end up getting today. I'm starting to think I might end up getting myself a high IV shiny and feeling that regret of using that bottle cap on my Zacian yesterday. But you know what? That New Jersey location card, that is incredibly unique. You know, all things aside, I do think it's not going to be something I will regret. It would be one that I would use a hyper cap on, or bottle cap, hyper cap. I would try to hyper train regardless. So yeah, here we go. Raid number, is this number 5? Yeah, this is my 5th raid of the day. I did a few this morning, like I mentioned. I did 2 by the time I get here. This will be number 5. Let's see what I end up getting. Not a shiny, not high IVs. All right. Fair enough, fair enough. All right, great throw. This should be a guaranteed catch. I really like the fact that these are all easy catches. Anytime we have special events like Go Fest, Go Tour, Wild Area events, the one thing I always say is that the raid battles should be easy catches. I really dislike the feeling of sitting here just trying to catch legendaries. I would rather just catch it and move on to the next raid. So I'm really glad that they're increasing the catch rates. I feel like this is the 3rd event in a row where they've done that. I think last event they had beast balls, so it was guaranteed catches anyway. But I love that. I really feel like this game needs to have less of the more cumbersome mechanics and more of the quality of life mechanics, especially when it comes to these special events. I'm totally fine with regular 5-star raids having harder catch rates, but when it comes to special events like Go Fest, Go Tour, Wild Area, no one's joining this raid, so I'm going to start it over. But yeah, when it comes to these sort of special events, we need to have green circles when we're trying to catch these legendaries. Makes the event feel so much better because raiding is always going to be one of the big emphases of these events. So yeah, good on you, Niantic, for seeing that and making sure we have green catch circles. Although I do feel like it's part of the ticket purchase, is it not? Or is it part of the Go Pass? I feel like it was a bonus that you had to unlock. Maybe I'm remembering wrong. But still, regardless of the fact, this event feels great just because of those green circles. These raids do not feel tiresome at all. And I think that's great, honestly. Alright, so we got 4 people in this lobby. I'm the only one that's ready. I think there's way more than 4 people. It's just failing to load. Let's see. I want to see these raid lobbies fill up to 20 people. Green catch circles aside, full raid lobbies mean faster raids. Faster raids means I could do more in a shorter period of time. This is only having 4 people. That's a bit of a problem. Come on, let's see more people jump in. Yeah, quite a lot of people out here today. Quite a lot of people out here today. Alright, 8 people now. We know we're going to be able to beat it, but I want to see it beaten fast. I want to see it go down fast. That'll make these raids so much better. 10 people, there we go. Much better. I do think I have a best friend in here somewhere. Maybe one of these two. That'll give me the friendship bonus, the damage bonus for friendship. 11 people. 20 seconds left. I think I hit ready too quickly. I could have invited more people. My bad. Let's see. Let's take this down. Yeah. I personally think Go Fest is one of the better things that Niantic has ever done when it comes to Pokemon Go. Yes, we've had our problems with Pokemon Go over the years. Of course, I've voiced a lot of opinions about Pokemon Go that may skew negative, but I will always say that when it comes to live in-person events, they always do a pretty good job. I think there's only 1 or 2 Go Fests or Go Tours in the past 4 years that I've actually complained about. Overall, I always feel like they always generate hype, they always generate positivity, and they always are a really good time. So yeah, keep it up. Scopely, if you're watching this, make sure you keep intact whatever it is that is making these events so good. Whether it be the development team, if there's a separate team that focuses on these special events, make sure you're paying them, because man, these are such a great form of content for Pokemon Go. And they always generate so much hype for the game. I mean, there's just so many people out here right now. Let me just flip the camera around. Like, there is quite a lot of people out here today. And I really think that's a key part of why these events are so successful. All right, easy raid done. Energy obtained. And let's see what we get. Not a shiny, not good IVs. All right, so it looks like the IV luck is not better than yesterday. Well, aside from the 98%. But this is about what I was getting yesterday, so hopefully we'll get something better really soon. Okay, now, as you can see, we are at 960 Crown Sword energy. So we are just 1 raid away, and there's actually one right here with 11 people in it. It's quite a bit of a walk away. Let's see if we can reach it just in time. Yeah, so we're 1 raid away from completing our little goal for today. Pretty excited at the idea of getting this Crown Sword Zacian. I'm gonna make that mistake quite a lot. Crown Sword Zacian, Crown Shield Zamazenta. Big sword doggy, big mane doggy. Lion doggy, I guess. All right, so we made it here just in time. This will be raid number 7 of today. And I think that'll be enough. And then we're just gonna be raiding for IVs at that point. I really like the fact that there's just lower pressure nowadays with Pokemon Go Fest. I feel like last year's Pokemon Go Fest, there was such a pressure to get a high IV shiny, especially for Necrozma. But this year, just collect the energy. That's all you need. Kind of feels like Pokemon GO Fest, I think of 2023. That was when we had Mega Rayquaza. I already had myself a Shundo in my collection. Got it from a lucky trade. I think it was my first ever Shundo. So because of that, I did not feel the pressure to get myself high IVs. All I needed to care about was getting the Mega Energy. And it kind of feels the same way right now with bottle caps. I feel like every Pokemon GO Fest, every Go Tour is going to be like this now, where it's no longer going to be about getting a perfect IV. More so, it's about getting the shiny with the special background, which in and of itself does require a lot of RNG. So yeah, I will say bottle caps has definitely changed the game. It's made these sort of games, made these sort of events so much better. But like I said, maybe I can end up with a high IV shiny of Zacian. Maybe this one will be the one. For the content, let's see. All right, there is the energy. So at the very least, we're going to be able to get our crowned sword shiny Zacian. Not a shiny, of course. Down to my last silver pin-app. But we want the extra candies. I'm actually pretty low on XL candies. You need a ton of XL candies to max out the max moves for the sword, or the crown sword versions of these. Here, let me show you. So before we jump into that raid, which you just saw, here we go. Let's do it. So to change the form, you need 1000 energy as well as 30 candy. We have both. This is my first shiny crowned sword Zacian with a location card background. Sweet. There it is. And it is also one that is currently being hyper trained. Oh, it looks fantastic. Especially right there in the Pokemon storage. There we go. One day, soon to be a Shundo. So exciting. But yeah, maxing out these moves is quite expensive. I only maxed this out, I think 1 or 2 levels. Yeah, you can see level 1. If I were to level it to max, it would cost 55 XL candy as well as 130 regular candy and 150. Yeah, that's actually not too bad. It's not too bad. You still have to do quite a lot of raids to max them out. But yeah, there you go. Super exciting stuff. Got myself crown shield, shiny crown sword. There, I did it again. Crown sword, shiny Zacian obtained. Sweet. All right, y'all. This will be my last raid of the day, at least what I'm going to record. And yeah, let me just give some final thoughts regarding Pokemon GO Fest. So, I thought this year was fun. I will say, I think we've had better Go Fest in the past, sure. We've had better Pokemon spawns, we've had more exciting content, but I think this year was pretty good. I will say the crown forms for both Zacian and Zamazenta, they were definitely something that was worth raiding for. Overall, I felt like the content was decent enough. And yeah, this was the first Go Fest where we had bottle caps. So I felt like the feel of it was very different. A lot less pressure to raid as much as you can. It was a lot less of a grindy feel to it. I feel like it was a lot more chill. I really do like that. I really do like that. In terms of the content, of course, they could have done a little bit more. But in terms of the rating, a lot less pressure. A lot less hoping for high IV shinies. All you really had to do was get one shiny. If you're lucky enough, maybe get a shiny with a special background. And then it's a matter of, what are you going to use your bottle cap on? Thought that was really good. So yeah, here we go. Let's see if we can get ourselves something magical. No. Decent IVs though. But 2165, that's probably like a 91%, maybe an 89%, I don't know. Not really good. Not really bad either. But yeah, there you have it. Pokemon GO Fest this year was, oh, it's got the special background though. Let's see what it ends up being. Yeah, whatevs. But yeah, that's pretty much gonna be it. Yeah, day 2 vlog is gonna be a lot shorter. Obviously, we hit our goals very early on. We wanted to get ourselves this guy right here. Pretty cool. Looks awesome. Definitely going to be excited when it finally becomes a Shundo. Going to have a lot of grinding to do. Right now, I got to defeat 40 Team Go Rocket members and then earn 10 candies exploring with your trainee as your buddy. That's probably going to be the most difficult thing because I do not necessarily walk as much as I used to when it comes to playing Pokemon Go. I will pop a Poffin on this guy. I think that's something I'm going to be doing a lot more often. Oh boy, I need to do more AR mapping tasks. I'm running low on Poffins. But yeah, bottle caps have definitely changed the game for the better. I think that's the lesson we can learn from Pokemon GO Fest this year. But overall, it was a lot of fun. Very rewarding. Very cool shinies that I was able to get. And one day they will be Shundos. Really happy about that. So yeah, there you go everyone. This was my Pokemon GO Fest experience. If you did not see day one's vlog, make sure you go and check that out. I did pick up myself a really cool shiny, and that is one that I am going to bottle cap sometime in the future. But yeah, I will say Pokemon GO Fest this year was really good. And it's all thanks to the introduction of bottle caps. And I feel like bottle caps are going to be the next big thing in Pokemon Go. It's definitely going to keep the company afloat. If they're going to charge $20 a pop, yes, people will continuously buy it. Niantic, if you're hearing that, consider maybe making it a little bit cheaper so even more people will buy it. But at least for the hardcore players and the people like myself who just love getting Shundos, yeah, we're going to continuously buy them. But I guarantee you, if you make it a little bit cheaper, maybe if you add the silver bottle cap as well, that's going to be something more players will pay for. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. Yeah, huge wins all around. A very successful Go Fest, I will say, this year. And Jersey City was also fun. Let me also say that. So that's going to be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you all later.
Jinsula와 함께해.